Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we're going to troubleshoot this Walthers Mainline EMD F7 and install a current keeper no halt stay alive unit. While recording my previous video I noticed this locomotive does not run very well. I have 3 of these units and they actually all have the same problem, so I think it's just the fact that this is a more budget slash middle of the road locomotive that it does not run that well. So let's have a look. So this is the locomotive. I already opened it up for you. What I did earlier is I just put these toothpicks in between the body and the shell in 4 locations to pop off the little fingers that hold it in place. Here you can see it, these fingers here, 1, 2, and then 3, 4. Just have to create some space and then you can pop it off. Let me put that aside, we're not going to need that shell at all. And then this is the unit itself. So we see here it turns out to be a Soundtraxx custom board for Walthers. Everything looks quite neatly packed. This is the speaker over here. We got a separate circuit board with the LED on it. It's a very basic model. It only has 1 light. It doesn't have any number boards, interior lighting, or anything like that. So first thing I want to do is just to troubleshoot on almost all boards. I don't know if I can put that in there. You see there is a RR, so that's right rail, and LR is left rail pickup. And the same here, RR and LR. And I'm going to measure if there actually is power coming from the wheels to that pickup. So this is really easy to do. You just go to your local hardware store and you get one of these things. And yes, it looks very complex, but it is actually not. So you want to measure if there's no resistance, which means the power can go freely from the wheels to that point there. So we're going to measure resistance, and then there is this function here with a little audio tone. It basically means that it peeps if there's no resistance. So let's give that a try. These are the 2 probes. See, it touches, it peeps because there's no resistance. So we're going to measure first from the left wheel to this LR. It peeps. That works. Then from the wheel, peeps. Okay, so these actually work. Okay, let's try the other side. RR this guy. Later. Okay. Aha. See, this one doesn't do anything. Let's try this. Yes. Yes. So this back truck right side front wheel does not pick up. So you would think, what's the big deal with that? Well, actually, it's a bit strange. So it basically means that all these axles are cut in half, and there's a left side for the left pickup and a right side for the right pickup. And I have, from all the 8 wheels, I still have 7 pickups, so it should actually still run. Because I have this little ML8 guy, and it only has 4 wheels, and it runs fine. I think it also partially runs fine because it has a capacitor, or a no halt, or current keeper, or stay alive in it, whichever brand you may choose. So it opened this up, and to see exactly what is wrong with this one wheel, that is going to be a bridge too far for me. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take the relatively easy route and try to install a current keeper, no halt, stay alive, whatever in this unit. This is what I have left. Sorry Soundtraxx, but I only have right now this NCE unit. And also it seems to fit better than the Soundtraxx one, so I'm going to use this one. Normally I would use the other brand, but I have this one. Why not? It's all more or less the same. Looking at the space, I said there's the Soundtraxx capacitor might have fit in here because there is still quite some space. I can fit part of my finger in there because it's a bit more cube shaped. This one is much flatter, so I think we can get away with it if we install it just like that. It fits within the dimensions, and also from the side it will fit within the dimensions. So we're just going to do that and wing it a bit and see how it goes. So then comes the question where to install it. We're going through all the manuals of all these units. There are actually a lot of examples given where to connect which wire. But of course, the exact board as we have here is not represented. I did a shout out on the Facebook group and I got a lot of information, but to be honest, I'm not really an electrical expert. So I just contacted Soundtraxx and asked them to point it out to me. So they sent me a nice feedback and they said, well, just connect, you guys can see it, the blue wire to the power here. And there's actually already a nice pre-made connection point there. And connect the black wire to the ground right here. So easy peasy lemon squeezy, that's what we're going to do right now. Let's put this guy here. And as you see, there is a blue wire and a black wire. I just hope that these manufacturers, they all use the same color coding more or less. Let's get started. So here we are. I just put on a soldering guy. This is just some cheap, small 20-watt one I'm going to use. I'm not by no means an expert in this, but as with a lot of things in the hobby, you just have to do it and try and hope for the best a little bit. So these guys actually are if I can get it to zoom in a bit, pre-stripped. So I'm going to put a little bit of tin on this. And I'm going to put a little tin here on the points. So any soldering experts, please look away now. So let's look at the situation. That's not really pretty at all. Thing is, I can get a smaller soldering iron, but my hands are just not steady enough. So there's no real point in doing that. I think my steady hands are the weakest link. So let me just do a quick test. I just plopped it on to the tracks. It didn't explode yet. There's no smoke, no smell, no fire, so that's good. It makes sound, and behold, it still moves. Look at that. That means it probably still works. Now, of course, the real test. Let me just get it to move a bit, and let me then pick it up. Wow, that's actually amazing. It's the engine in there. Oh, you would think this is some kind of trick video, but there it is. That was really long. Well, it works. So now let's put it all back together, put the shell on, and we're done for now. Voila. Closes easy peasy lemon squeezy. There it is. I'm going to put it on the tracks, make some nice videos as a proof that it actually works. And there we go. So as I was saying, some of these things are easy to learn, hard to master. But you don't have to be a master in soldering in this hobby. It definitely helps if you can do it a little bit, as I demonstrated today, because you will need it. But just do it. Just go to your hardware store, spend 10, 20 pounds, bucks, whatever, on some soldering equipment, and you'll get it done. Bye bye for now.